Hi, and welcome to the R2RB Women Entrepreneurs podcast series. And today I have with me Ashley Wilson and Mary Reed of Gypsy Grove Creations. How are you both?
Great.
Doing well.
Oh, good. I like
Thanks for
this.
having us.
You're welcome. I'm so glad to have you both. So I do like to ask two questions to get us warmed up. What is one thing you have on your bucket list?
You want to go first?
Mary, Mary, go ahead, because she answered this right away.
Yes. So on my bucket list is my middle daughter is more of an adventurous soul like I am compared to my other two girls. And on my bucket list is when she turns 18, I want to have a school bus that her and I convert into like a camper type thing. And I want to take her the summer she turns 18. I want to drive out west in this little camper thing school bus that we convert.
Oh my God.
That is actually on my bucket list, and I'm actively looking for some type of bus to purchase.
Wow, that'll be so cool. Oh my gosh, I love that.
Yeah.
All right, Ashley?
Mine is not as fun and unique as that, but it is as adventurous. It's skydiving. I am so totally afraid of heights, but I want to just push the limits and force myself to go out, think outside the box and explore. And so skydiving would be my bucket list for sure, if I get enough courage.
Just do it. Close your eyes and go for it.
I know, right? Well, once you commit, it's kind of, you can't go back.
No, that's it. That's right.
Huh.
Absolutely.
I'll get you on that plane.
Yeah, she probably.
I'll do it. I'll do it all day long.
That sounds like her. Yep.
I'm adventurous and I don't mind heights, but for some reason the skydiving hasn't been on my bucket list, at least not yet.
Not yet. That's right.
Not yet. If you could have lunch with one person, past or present, who would it be?
So I can't say that I have one person necessarily, but I would love to have lunch or just have a conversation with my grandparents, my two grandmothers that passed away, and my Aunt Betty, just to kind of show them like what I've done and like my three kids and,
that's cool.
The life that I've led and how, the things that I do because of the inspiration that they were, towards me.
Oh, nice. I like that.
Well, to kind of piggyback off of Mary, I had a hard time with this one. Like I was sitting and pondering for quite some time. There's so many loved ones that I would love to speak with. However, I feel like they are with me all the time. So the first person that came to my mind was my grandfather. He passed away when I was very young. I actually, I feel like I'm closer to him. And like if we were to have lunch together when I'm outside and gardening, because that's kind of like what we did. And so I feel very connected with them. So I would say it's like, as Mary would say, there's a couple, but I do feel connected to them all the time.
Oh, nice. I like those both. All right. So tell us a little bit about yourselves outside of just Gypsy Grove Creations and how you became best friends.
It is kind of a funny story.
Well, it all started with our mothers. So our mothers are very close. They are very similar. They're adventurous, free-spirited. I feel like they both jive off of each other. Let's just say, they are adventurous souls, and they're very fun. So with that being said, they like to do a lot of activities together and hang out and go on trips together. So one of the things how I actually met Mary was through them. And so we ended up going on I kind of met her a little bit beforehand, but we really got to know each other on this mother-daughter Nashville trip.
Wow.
Surely was, it was entertaining.
What happens in Nashville will stay in Nashville.
In Nashville. Right.
And how old were you both?
How many years ago was that, Mare?
I was 3.
Yeah. I feel like I've known her forever though.
Yeah.
Wow.
We are very similar also.
And then we can relate because our mothers are the same. And so like when she's like, oh my gosh, my mom, I'm like, my mom too. We can relate on another level.
Oh, I like that. Oh my gosh. So
the daughters kind of go off, the mothers go off, and then we kind of come back together for different things too. So
that's cool. Very cool. Oh, I like that. All right. So your mission at Gypsy Grove Creations, your mission is to empower and inspire individuals to express their unique style through boho-inspired fashion that reflects their free-spirited nature while embarking on their hat journey. And I've read your mission several times. I have spoken to you before, and just what you just, told everybody is like, that hits the nail for the two of you right on top.
Yeah,
Icing
when
on
we
the
wrote
cake
that, we
there.
definitely, when we were writing it and coming up with it, we were like, this is like, once we kind of got everything together, we were like, this is it. This is perfect for us, what our thought is.
And so what inspired you to start your business, Gypsy Grove Creations?
Well, it's that Nashville trip.
A Nashville trip.
It really did set the tone for many things. But we did go to that Nashville trip, as Mary was saying, several years ago. So this is something, the idea we started to really kind of jive together and come up with these ideas as we were in Nashville. And Mary loves telling this story. Go ahead, Mary.
Yeah, so we had reservations at a brunch place in Nashville. It's kind of off the main strip. And we got there and there was still an hour wait after our reservation. So they said, just go walk around, look at the shop. We did that. And we went into one of the little like side street shops, and there was a little tiny hat bar set up in one of these boutiques. And it was probably the size of, I don't know, it was like a dresser. And then they had a couple things, some hats in it, and the drawers had a couple accessories and things like that. And I was like, that's a great idea. Like, I think it would, we need this in Delaware. And then we kind of laughed about it. And then, it went by the wayside. Nashville happened and we got home and, life happened and all the other things. So then we ended up we were somewhere else. And I was like, remember the hat bar that we saw in Nashville? And she was like, yeah. I'm like, I think we need to like look into this. Wow. And again, we kind of, dug a little deeper into it, but then we got really busy again with life and family and things like that. And then we finally, was it this past summer? I think we were like, let's sit down and kind of talk about it. Let's like take some notes, see what we can think of. That we haven't seen anything like this. We did some research. We actually did attend a couple hat bars in different states just to see what it was like. Love the concept, love the idea. Yeah. And that's kind of how we came. That's kind of how it.
I love it.
Where we got
well, transpired. It was definitely a process, as you hear. It started way back when we had just a little bit of an idea. And actually, Mary and I are known to just kind of take an idea and run with it.
Right.
Also juggling 700 different things. Our mothers get mad at us because they're like, another thing to put on your plate. But we truly love doing this together. I feel like it's like, for me personally, I feel like it's very therapeutic. So it's even though it is one more thing, it's something that we're doing for us.
Right.
And to inspire others.
Yeah, absolutely. And so when you finally, came together and talked about doing this hat bar, and you had said that you had gone to other hat bars to do your research, how much research went into really putting this together?
So it was a lot. We kind of thought like
still happening.
Yeah, it's not a done deal yet. And I mean, I'm constantly looking at, different ideas and different things we can do and trying things out on the hats that I have here. Like if I see something at the store, I'm like, oh, let me grab one of those and take it home and see what it looks like, So I think there was a lot of time and which I think to make anything good, that's what you have to do. You got to invest the time, you got to invest the research, and you have to identify things that work and things that don't work.
Absolutely. Because it's your research and it's your inventory and what people might like. And you really have to do, a little bit more into the people that who your clientele is going to be and what are they going to like. And you're going to have to guesstimate on that, right?
And every party we do, we have to basically sit down for the people that we know, the in-home parties. If we know them, we're like, okay, we know this group of people and we know they're going to really like this type, these accents and these types of things. And when we book the parties, we ask, like, what are you looking for the party? And just to kind of learn the people that we're.
Yeah. So you personalize it.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. We definitely personalize. And so that's really our whole concept too. Like, we want it to be a very unique, personalized experience. No hat is the same and no experience is the same. And I mean, it is funny when we went to a dinner. And my sister-in-law had just gotten her hat done at a hat party. A gentleman came up to her and was like, I need that hat. And she's like, not my hat. And she's like, and her name, what was her hat's name? Mary, do you remember?
Oh, I forget.
Wisdom, or she had.
No, it was something
because
funny.
You name your hat.
Oh, okay.
So she's like, oh, not so-and-so. No. And he was like, what? And so I try to attempt to make the closest match, but you cannot replicate any of those hats.
Yeah, no, so it's a personalized piece of art.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Definitely.
Truly.
Yeah. Did you research together or did you divide and conquer bits and pieces of the whole business?
We did both. Like we sit down a lot together. and kind of go over things and throw things back and forth with each other. But then we also, like I said, I'll be sitting at the table and flipping through my phone and I'm like, oh, if I see something, like on Pinterest or whatever, I'm like, oh, that's a cute idea. Let me look into this a little bit deeper. And then, so it's definitely both.
What were some of your most challenging moments in the early stages?
Definitely the time. As we kind of talked about, we have very, very busy schedules, but we're still at this rate. I mean, we're a couple months in and we're still doing anywhere from 3 to 8 hour sessions together, getting things prepared, ordering inventory, researching, designing, coming up with new things, always trying to be ahead of the game. But it's really, for us, I feel like it's the work business balance. That's something that's been really challenging for both of us.
Yeah.
Have you found a happy medium with it all, or are you still trying to juggle the personal and the business?
For me, I feel like I'm still juggling because I have it's
I feel like that's just my life though. That's my life, and that's how
it is.
That's how it is.
Yeah.
Eventually one day it won't be like that, but that's how it is now. And, I've grown accustomed.
It's getting better. It is getting better though, because we're finding our groove. We're finding what we, so like our fall and winter line, it's actually the hats that we're wearing now, some of those hats. That's kind of, we weave them through parties if necessary, but now we're working on the spring. So like we already had it kind of got all the kinks out of that season.
Sure. Right.
So that's been helpful.
Sailing.
Yeah.
Right.
So when did you know, after you did your research and you are, preparing to order inventory, I guess, or even before then, when did you really know you were ready to launch the business fully?
So a lot of people we were like mentioning the idea and talking about it and things like that. And a lot of people, not a lot, everyone was very supportive and, this is a great idea. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you're doing this. This is amazing. We can't wait to see it. We can't wait to see the product. We can't wait to wear the product. So I think once we kind of got all the kinks worked out of just the stuff that you have to do to start a business.
Right.
Once all that was done, we just jumped in and went on.
And why a mobile hat bar?
And the mobile hat bar gives us more flexibility in our lives. So I think right now for us, the mobile hat bar works for us because we can pick and choose our dates. Whereas if we had a brick and mortar store, the expectation would be someone would have to run that. And we both work full-time jobs, have, super busy kids. Ashley's in school.
I can
brick
hear
and mortar is not rising right now.
Right. I can hear your moms going, are you crazy? Are you crazy?
Or no, our moms would have to work the store.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Our moms and our kids.
And our kids.
Like, here, you need some allowance. Okay, let's work the store for a couple hours. Kids. It's a family business.
There you go. Absolutely. So you had all positive people saying, go for it, do it. Did you have anybody that was a little negative whispering in your ear? What are you thinking? What are you doing? Are you crazy?
No.
Good.
I think the reaction, they're very supportive. We had to, it's because it's something that's so unique, especially to Delaware, people in this area, they're like, what?
Yeah.
And so once we explained it and they went through it, they're like, oh, that's really cool. Like, that's unique. So it just took them a minute to kind of wrap their head around it, but everyone has been very supportive, very supportive.
Yeah. When I stumbled upon the two of you on Facebook and saw what it was, I said this, it's like, oh my God, I love that. We have to do that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing the hat bar. Absolutely. So is it easier to manage because there are the two of you? Because it's a big undertaking, especially since it's mobile and you have all your inventory to pack up, unpack, do the party, and then pack it all, back up and lug it home.
Yeah, I can't imagine doing this. I honestly can't imagine doing this by myself or just as one person. Like I would be completely overwhelmed when I wouldn't get anywhere with it. So I definitely think having two people, because, if she's busy doing something, then I can work on something, and there's two people to kind of, as far as, like you said, with the parties, getting set up, definitely two people has worked out well for us having two.
Have you ever bumped heads?
No, not really.
That's
at
good.
all.
That's good.
I think we really
I'll take a hat.
each
She'd
other.
be like, I don't like that accessory. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think I really love it either. And then I'll change something on it. But that's not bumping heads. That's just giving creative input.
Yeah.
And I think that we do have different styles, like, and so we really jive off of each other because, like, at some places I might say, Mary, okay, this is more your wheelhouse. Like, how do you think this should go? Me, I'm the bright colors and this and that, and I'm a little bit more loud. Can you imagine?
No.
So I mean, we really do complement each other well.
That's
We
nice.
did when we had our we started in a relationship as with friendship. And honestly, I wouldn't do a business if I didn't have that. You know, she is a perfect match for me with a business
Yeah,
partner.
yeah, very important. Absolutely, to have that match and to mesh along the way, because it wouldn't be enjoyable. As you said, you love adventures. It's been an adventure. Nashville was an adventure. Do you have another adventure that you love as much?
We have a lot of adventures. I would say I don't know, Ashley, you can agree or disagree. I think our favorite, our greatest memories probably are with our moms and our mother-daughter trips that we do. We did Key West this past summer, and that was definitely another one for the books, as I feel like everyone we do with them is one for the books. Everything we do together is fun. That's basically, our friendship is based off of doing fun things together. Or that's how our friendship started anyway.
You started the business in the fall of 23. You've gotten through.
That's kind of when we hit the ground running. Yeah.
Hit the ground. You finished your first season. You're headed into your spring season. Is there anything that you would change from when you started the business going into your spring season, or is it all just a learning process for you?
Well, spring brings its own unique challenges or having us think outside of the box because of the textures of the hats. I mean, the hats in the spring line are more that floppy, like straw-based hat.
Okay.
Whereas these are more of our winter felt hats.
Yeah.
So, I feel like by the end of this season, we should feel a little bit more well-rounded. We're already thinking about things that we can incorporate into the next fall season or things that we already started with spring. And we're like, oh, this is good, but let's put this on the back burner and incorporate this next year. So we're constantly, especially Mary, constantly thinking of things.
I would honestly say too, did you, like in the fall when we were doing all this, did you even think about a spring or summer line? Or did you think that our winter line was that was going to be it? Like when we first started, I'm going to be honest, I don't know that I really thought about a spring or summer line.
Wow.
That didn't really come until probably January when I was like, we need to come up with some other ideas, because something just as small as that, it wasn't even something that triggered in the beginning.
And so we were thinking, how do we keep it going? Because she thought about that. She was like, okay, so if we do this, our clientele might not buy these hats in the summer because they might be too hot. What do we do?
Oh, right.
And then I was like, good, I never thought of that.
Yeah.
Duh. Hello, light bulb. It's definitely been something to think about. That's for darn sure.
I can imagine. And so each time, another season rolls around, you have your bases, you have your basics, but then the hats are going to change a little bit, or your accessories will change. So you'll always be able to keep it fresh. And so what do you think the appeal is here in Delaware for the hat bar? Because I know it's doing really well.
I was reading something the other day, and on Marie Claire, I saw a quote, and it was, hats are the new hair. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is definitely a perfect quote for our business, because hats really they're a statement piece. They are very unique. I feel like they're definitely making a huge, they're coming around a lot more than what, 10, 15 years ago, what you would see.
Right.
To a man in a hat, not a woman. But I think hats are like all the new thing. And when I saw that quote, I was like, that is definitely a perfect quote for our business, because it is definitely what we're seeing.
And it's different too from your regular parties that people will have. It's unique. The artist comes out in you. The artist comes out of you, even if you didn't think you had any artistic appeal to yourself. So, a lot of reasons for it to work so well. What area are you in, or do you travel?
We travel. We travel obviously Delaware, but I live in Smyrna and she lives in Townsend area.
Okay.
So we've looked into the beach, doing some events down there. People have reached out to us. So where's Point to Point?
That's in Maryland. That's over in Maryland. That's in a couple of weeks.
We're going there.
But I think it just depends
it depends on the situation. We do try to to accommodate.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah. Right. And our schedule and our.
Does everything fit in your cars, or do you need a little trailer, or how does that all work for you?
Well, we are farm girls, so we have SUVs. So
and I drive a pickup truck.
I have a Tahoe, and she has a pickup truck. I have my portable little cart
wagon.
Wagon, yeah.
We can fit everything in a wagon.
There you
Yeah.
go. Oh, that's
We have a
perfect.
system. We have a system now, and we've gotten ourselves very organized with accessories and things of that nature, so we can just really just pick up and go. So yes, we can fit everything in a regular size wagon.
I like it. Yeah, but you want to be able to do that just to make it, easy, a little bit easier for yourselves when you have to, pack up and go to the next place of whoever has booked you. Absolutely. How do you decide on the hats you're going to use? Do you do a lot of research as well, just for the hats themselves?
Yeah, in the beginning we did a lot of that. We have a lot of hats that we purchased from different vendors that, just didn't work out. Just because either the quality wasn't good, we didn't like the way they looked, we didn't like the way they felt, things like that. Right. So I think the spring and summer line is a new line. We've had a couple of things where we're like, that's not going to work, or this is perfect, this is what we need. And I think now we have a good grasp for our fall winter line for next year. We know definitely what we want to order, and what we're going to have. But yeah, that is definitely something that we have to take into consideration.
So the two of you sound like you really, really have it all. I won't say under control, but you definitely
don't say that.
There's always a kink along the way.
Yeah.
That you really have hit the ground running. You've pulled it all together. You are booking, which is just marvelous, to have that feeling of accomplishment, right?
It definitely.
Sure.
And you didn't even really think about another season until January. So there's that. So,
and I feel like I feel like we've done, I'm like, it hasn't even been a year yet. It's only been a couple months.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
So much. We've done so much.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you create a business plan in the beginning?
Yes, we did. We had to create something to really have as a guideline and an outline. Yes, it has changed and we've adapted and changed along the way, but we felt like it was essential when we went in the beginning stages.
Right.
To keep us focused and kind of keep things on track. Sure. We do kind of squirrel off, both of us together are like kind of a mess, and we can squirrel off all over the place. So, like kind of having that business plan has kept us more on the straight and narrow
track. Yeah. And would you recommend another woman entrepreneur starting out to also do, even if it's just a basic business plan?
Yes. I definitely
absolutely would.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. Because I've always say if you have a small basic business plan, you can always redo it and add on and keep it growing. But just to have something to look back at, and it's kind of neat I think, because I know with my business plan where I started with, and now looking back of how you've grown in just one season.
Yeah.
Right. What's been the most memorable hat party that you've had?
I feel like all of them are memorable because they're all unique. I mean, our clientele is so different. I end up, when we kind of give our opening comments, spiel, and how it works to our group before we start, I truly just listening to them, just talk back and forth in conversation while they're messing with their hat. We've realized this, that we naturally gravitate to certain things for them.
Right.
Like we get to know their personality and we're like, oh, try this. Oh, I love this. I would have never picked this up, but I love this. And
we hear that all the time. I would have never picked that up. That's not something I would have ever picked for this, but oh my gosh, I love it so much. I love when that happens.
Yeah, yes. Absolutely. So you both have children?
Yes.
Okay. And how old are they?
I have a 17-year-old, almost 15-year-old, and a 12-year-old.
And Ashley?
I just have one, and I have an 8-year-old.
Okay. Do they help you? Do they help you with the business?
Oh, yes.
Yes, they do.
Yes, I would say, Mary, your kids help with the tech. Sometimes they make bead bands for our new trucker hats.
They come to parties with us.
Yep, they come to parties. My son, however, is not about coming to the parties, but he does watch our new puppy so we can focus.
Yes.
And he does put earrings. He does put the earrings on the little earring holders. We'll give him that.
But what a great learning experience, and being able to pass that on to your children.
Yes, I would agree. I definitely think, my girls just seeing what the time that we've put into this, and like the outcomes that we've had from the business and things like that, I think they definitely appreciate the.
Yeah, I mean, life experience is hard enough these days, but to have two moms that have started this business with a visit to Nashville, coming back and saying, "Hey, we might be crazy, but let's give it a try,"
Yeah.
and being able to watch the two of you create this this business and watch it grow to this point. I think we need more of that.
Yes, I
I
would
think
agree.
our kids are definitely proud. I would say that. I say this because my son, just recently there was a hat day and he wanted me to design a hat for him. And I was like, okay. So I'm designing this hat for him. And he said, Mommy, I went around and said, Gypsy Grove Creations, Gypsy Grove Creations. And also her daughters talk about it all the time as well. So, I mean, I just get that it really is, it warms your heart to know that what you had said, and also that they're proud and they love
Sure.
what we're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually think it should be a course in school because the children, these kids these days don't have even the basics for life in school. I work at the alternative school, and just to know what they don't know at this point and how at the age that they're at, having something like this in school, I think would benefit so many people.
Yes,
So
I'm a big supporter of life skills, teaching life
yes,
skills.
yes,
And you can
that's
ask my
it.
girl,
Absolutely.
is this a life skill? Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Teaching you a life skill.
it's a big one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. What advice would you give another woman entrepreneur starting a business?
My advice would be think about the time commitment. Like you have to be able to manage your family, your responsibilities, the time that's going to be required to start up a new business. So you really need to take that into consideration above all else. Like that needs to be your number one priority in the beginning, is just making sure that you're able to do that.
Absolutely.
That would probably be my biggest piece of advice.
Okay.
I would say also add to that, it's all about building a foundation for success, in my opinion. I really feel like not that we wouldn't be successful, but I feel like we are successful right away because we had our ducks in a row and we were proactive and we got all of the necessary things that we needed, which then guaranteed that we're all in. Because a lot of small businesses,
Right.
might not make it to that point.
Right.
So once we invested in a lot of that time and that commitment, we knew we were all in and we were going to dive right in. And that's what we did.
You certainly did. But that's great advice. Absolutely. All right. So tell us how we get in contact with you. How do we book you, and what would we expect?
Social media is Gypsy Grove Creations. So we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram. We have a website, gypsygrovecreations.com. That's how you can book your parties. If you want to do a hat bar with us, we have our new trucker hat bars posted on there. If you book a hat party with us, we can do the type of hats like this, the fall line, winter line. We can do the summer hats. It's basically whatever the person wants who books. We can just do a trucker hat party if that's what they want. And the way it works is we basically you give us the space and you bring the people and we bring everything to you. The parties are typically around 2 hours, just depending on the number of people that are there. And then everyone kind of, creates and designs and gives input and feedback and things like that. Your friends and the people that you invite to your party. It's a lot of laughs. It's, usually all females at these in-home parties, but, a lot of like girl talk and things like that. So we haven't had a bad one yet. It's been a lot of fun and, I definitely recommend anybody that wants to check it out to look at our website.
All right. So they can find you on Facebook, Instagram, and your website. Anything that I haven't touched on that you would like to share with everybody?
We do have upcoming events.
Oh, yes.
We have point-to-point events that's on April 14th,
At Mount Harmon.
In Mount Harmon, Maryland. We have a workshop at Harvest Ridge
Winery
on Cinco de Mayo. So Harvest Ridge Winery.
I love Harvest Ridge.
So do I. We got to support them as well.
That's right.
It's even exchange here.
And that's May what?
May 5th.
May 5th, Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo. Okay. Oh, cool. What else?
Right now we're busy with, we have a lot of hat parties up, in-home hat parties coming up.
We've got some
news.
summer stuff in the work down the
We do.
beach, a couple
Okay.
pretty big
Big
events
ones.
that are in the works. We just haven't got final. I don't want to post or say anything yet until we get the final okay. But that's some pretty big things we've got going on too.
Oh, that's great. Well, ladies, thank you so much. Gypsy Grove Creations. Please find them, like them, share them, book them. And I wish you the best with Gypsy Grove Creations. And as we spoke before. All right, ladies, thank you so much. I wish you the best of luck with everything. And again, I'm looking forward to meeting you in person.
Thank you, definitely. Thanks for having us. We appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Take care.
All right.
Have a good night.
Thanks, you
Bye.
too.